Hey guys, CharrChan here, and welcome to another vlog, which is probably going to take me a few months to make, so, hello from the past. Okay, so, this time, I am making, although, no, it could be we, because I might get Bryden to help me, my boyfriend, to help me with this. This is the new Fursuit project. Or the next one, I guess. This is like a dog, I think. This head base was originally meant to be my mascot, CharrChan, but it turned out kind of ugly. If I was going to use it for CharrChan, it would have been really ugly, so I was like, oh, scrap that, I'll rethink that. So I'm just turning this into a dog. So far we have these like really big toony eyes. I thought I'd do like a Sonic-esque eye shape thing, and for this suit I want to use what's it called, mink blanket. I don't have the blanket. I put the blanket in a box, so I can't show you the blanket I'm going to use, can I? No, that's not it. I am currently cleaning my workroom. It's looking okay, it's not the worst. I've got boxes and stuff. It's a little messy in here, but it's getting there. We are in the middle of cleaning. All my foam is here. Look, I found some sponges the other day, so now I have sponges to use as well. So that's cool. Oh, these are clean, new sponges. I just found them in amongst my fabrics for some reason. Anyway, so for this dog, the plan is its head base. If you remove this ear, it's really tall. Like, it's really tall. That's because I stuck the cheeks on too far down because I was an idiot. So what I'm thinking is big, long, sideways ears, so it kind of widens it out and makes it less tall. Then they're going to have like a little floofy floof on the top there, and I'll probably make the tongue a bit longer than normal, like sticking out, just because the jaw's a bit wonky, so you just hide your mistakes and everything's fine. And also we're going to do some kind of rounder teeth on this one, just so it looks a bit more cohesive with the style. So there's where we are. I think today, hopefully, I'm going to be going on search for fabric for these eyes. I want these eyes to be made from fabric. The vision is going to be abysmal, but it's worth it for the aesthetic, right? Right? I thought fabric would be the best choice because these eyes are kind of curving around the head. So I'm thinking lycra, probably. And as I said, we'll do mink fur fabric blanket for the fur, and probably like a minky or Cuddle Fleece nose and tongue. Just, you know, regular kind of fabrics. So yeah, we're on with the next project. I'm just going to mention that this wall, while it looks disgusting, it is clean. Look, I'm going to touch it. See, dry, fine. It's clean. It's just it got damp a few years ago and we have not had time to paint it yet. Mostly because I'm always in here working. So I'll get to that at some point, hopefully soon, because it looks disgusting. And if you are here from my last vlog, I did mention that I pre-ordered this Yu-Gi-Oh! Yami Yugi figure, and he is here. I finally have my boy, so if you're curious, there he is. It's so creepy. Okay, so it's kind of slow progress today because I can't really work on this until I get fabric to make the eyes. And I can't even, you know, do a tape pattern of the fur or anything until I've got these eyes sorted. Anyway, point is, I have cut these holes a bit bigger so I could line it up with like a cut-out version of the eye template and see what the vision quality was going to be like. And yeah, it's pretty bad vision, but you know, it can't be helped for the look of the suit. We're just gonna have to sacrifice some vision quality. I mean, sure, there are ways I could make the vision better, like have more of a range of vision, like a better field of vision, but that would sacrifice the aesthetics of the suit. So I think when I eventually finish this, I think I'm gonna say it's best if you have some suiting experience, because this suit has really limited vision. I mean, it's okay. I walked around the house with this on and, like, you know, holding it down. yeah. Anyway, it might be that just launched. Anyway, this bit here might be a bit of the problem. So I'm going to wrap this in fabric, which will both make it smaller, hopefully, and give it some more stability, because this is just like a little flimsy bit of foam. So that's where we are. This head I think is a 22-inch head, but it fits on a 23-inch mannequin, so you know, we'll see what it's like when it's finished. Just need to get these eyes on, get his nose back on. It looks more like a creature than a weird, scary mannequin. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So that's where we are today. Probably not going to get any more done today because we're going out to Boys and maybe some charity shops. I'll see if I can find like whatever fabric works best. It might be a second-hand fabric, but you know, I'll make sure it's washed obviously before I use it. Or it might just be brand new lycra from Boys or the jersey knit or something. I don't know. I do not know. I need to go browsing and see what I can find. So I'll update you tonight, probably, when I've got my fabrics. If I get my fabrics, we'll see. I am back from my shopping trip, and what did I get? Well, I got myself another sketchbook, because I was like, it's £1.29, and I always need some A4 sketchbooks, so I got one of those. I also got some envelopes, very exciting. I ran out of these. I usually put like stickers in them for people, stuff like that, so exciting. And I got some like A5 ones, or C5, A5, same thing. So I've got some of those. And then, the main event, well, we got black lycra for lining, and what I originally went out for, white lycra, which is, I'm going to leave in the bag, white lycra for doing the eyes, and I also got, so I got some really long darning needles, cotton darner needles, because I always think I need a big long needle for some reason. I can't remember what I needed one for. I needed one recently and I can't remember what for. Big long needles should be good for something. And I also got some thread snips because the thread snips I have are quite abysmal. Where are they? Alright, these cost like £2 from AliExpress. These cost £2 in Boys. So I was like, you know what, let's get some new thread snips, see if those are any better than these. And then I'll just have 2 pairs of thread snips, I guess. So tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, if I do any work tomorrow, I'll be working out what I'm doing with these eyes and how they're gonna work. I have an idea. I think, well, they're gonna be like very form-fitted to the face. I'm thinking, like basically wadding inside them, like cut out the shape out of fabric and sew it and then do wadding. I don't know yet. I'm just going to see how it goes. Okay, well, I took like a 3-day break, despite actually, I haven't even done much on this suit. Like, this was made ages ago. Like, literal months ago when I made this. And all I've done so far is cut out some little paper shapes. Anyway, today, I'm working on the lining. So, I have to cut this out and then sew it together and then stick it in the head. I was going to do this when Bryden was here, but then I didn't feel like working, you know? But that's fine. Let's get on with this. Got my balaclava all sewn up. I use a contrasting thread colour just so I can see what I'm doing. You don't see this thread in the finished thing, so it doesn't really matter. So there's my balaclava. Now I just have to hot glue it into that. Well, right now I am gluing in the lining. Just waiting for this bit to dry. You can't really see what I'm doing. But I thought I'd tell you that today I'm going to a chiropractor. Not for my back. They have other departments and they might be able to do something about my wrists. So we're going to go and see if they can do something for me. I don't hold high hopes. I mean, I'm not sure what they can do. I'm not sure if I have tendinitis or carpal tunnel, to be honest. I mean, the doctors at my GP have said it's tendinitis, but I mean, like, it's not been like a full examination or anything, you know, they just kind of look at my wrists and go, yeah, that's tendinitis. Don't get me wrong, I do love my local doctors, they're great, but I do think maybe I've got some carpal tunnel going on, because yeah, I don't know, I get the numbness in my hands as well, so it's not the best. Anyway, so today, going to a chiropractor, gonna see what they can do for me. Maybe nothing, maybe something, don't know, we'll see. Anyway, look, this is the hell I have to put up with every time I line a fursuit head. Oh, it's so annoying. But, gotta get it done. It takes like 20 minutes. I got a cup of tea here to keep me company. It's freezing cold today. The fire today has been not very blazing up, so it's been a bit cold. And also, I've got all of my supplies like blocking the radiator, so this room is cold today. So, yeah, just gonna power through it. It's nothing I'm not used to, so yeah. Anyway, let's get on with lining. I'm gonna be here a while. Well, it's taken me longer than 20 minutes. It probably takes me like an hour. I thought it took 20 minutes for some reason. It takes an hour. Anyway, point is, I finished the headlining. I like to leave this extra just in case. And then it's you can't even see inside, but it sure is lined. It's a little bit wrinkly, as you can see. But I'd rather have a few wrinkles and it be comfy than, you know, I'd rather it be like a little bit messy, but still comfy, rather than spend ages and ages and wrist pain and all of that. So, you know, it's done. It's done. You don't see it. It's just for wearing. As long as the outside looks good, it's fine. And it's durable. Anyway, point is, headlining is done. Next step is going to be to line the mouth, and then I will do the fur pattern. And after that, I'll work on the eyes, because I'm kind of piecing this together as I go along, like, what's the next step going to be. But these eyes that I'm doing are a big challenge. I'm still a bit unsure how things are going to go. So, get the fur done, and I think that will help, like, move along the project. It'll just kind of flow how it's meant to. Yeah. Anyway, so, headlining done. Yay! Now I can go and do something else, because using the hot glue gun really takes out my wrists. So, yeah. Let's go and get some lunch. Yeah, it is lunchtime, so I'm gonna go get some lunch. So I just filmed an unboxing video because my Gabumon arrived. This is one of the big vintage Gabumons, and I found him on eBay the other day, and I love him so much. He's so chunky. He's also got this faux fur, which is my favourite like feature of old plushes. Like this Charmander back here has the faux fur going on, so does this Meowth. That's my favourite style of like Digimon Pokemon plush, and there are not many of Gabumon. There's like this and maybe a backpack. That's all I found with the faux fur texture, so I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Just sure, he's a little bit old and beaten up, like he's got missing fur, and his thread sculpting's come undone here, which I'll have to just, you know, put back round, it'll be fine. But oh, look at him, he's so cute, I love him. Enough rambling, I'm gonna go on to more fursuit work. Oh, also I'm going to the chiropractor soon. Going to the chiropractor to see about my wrists. Yeah. Well, I just did a little bit of plush restoration. I just thread sculpted this foot. It's not quite as good as it could be, but you know, you can't really tell. As long as it looks somewhat like this foot, it's fine. So I redid the thread sculpting on the foot, and now he is still looking like a vintage plush. Wow, it's good as new. But no, it was a fun little thing to do. So yes, Gabumon, I'm so happy with this. It's late at night and I don't know what to film, so you're just gonna look at my toys over there. Anyway, I went to the chiropractor, we looked at my wrists, and they think they can help me, maybe. They said that I have, you know, tendon problems, obviously. They also said, oh, this is so out of focus, but anyway, they also said that my wrist joints are kind of stiff or something. Like, they need loosening, so they said they'll do that for me, but if I go to the appointments, obviously. So I go to the appointments, they fix my wrists over a few months, and we'll see if it works. It might not work, but it might work. We can only try. And that's where we are with this wrist thing. So a step forward in the whole tendinitis adventure. But he also said that I should just keep doing what I'm doing as well with the wrist splints and the trying not to work too much and all that kind of stuff, so yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to bed now because it's like 11 and I'm tired, so bedtime it is. Look, it snowed. This is the first proper snow of the year. And, yeah, snow. Look at the birds. All starlings. This tape pattern was a little bit different to normal since I didn't have to tape up the bridge of the nose type thing between the eyes. I also didn't tape up this cheek. I haven't done this for the past couple of suits. I mean, this is the same shape as this, so there's not much point, it's just a waste of tape. And that's all I have to update. Well, it's officially 2022, it's the 2nd of January, and I've decided that I want to work today. So, I made these last year. I made these last year, back in December. This is the mouth lining, which is just some minky. I'm kind of wondering if I want to try lining with black Cuddle Fleece at some point, because it might just be a bit easier to work with. I don't like working with minky all that much. Like, it's nice, it's a nice fabric, it's lovely, but I hate working with it. I'm so used to this Cuddle Fleece that it is a different experience. Anyway, so, waiting for my glue gun to heat up, mouth is ready to be lined. And I feel like there was something else I was meant to say here, but I cannot remember what it was. So, yeah. It's like going straight from Christmas straight to Halloween. It's creepy. Hate them when they look like this. Too creepy. I got a new belt chain. This one is silver and would double as like a Yugi cosplay, I think. Like if I get a big Millennium puzzle and I can put it on the chain. So, yeah, I like my new belt chain. It is lined. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Usually I hate doing mouth lining, and you know, I still kind of hated doing it, but you know, it's done. It didn't take that long, maybe like 20 minutes. I still need to go through and sew up a couple of seams here. You can't even see them on the camera. It's too, exposure's too high. No, the exposure's too low. Let's pull that up. There we go. Now you can see everything else is blowing out, but you can see what I'm trying to talk about now. So I need to sew up these seams here, and also around like the inside of the mouth, which I hate doing. It's like one of my least favourite parts of making suits. So I need to go through... Can't talk. I need to go through ladder stitch along here, and then probably blanket stitch around the inside of the mouth. And then I can get on to furring. Exciting! Well, I went ahead and I sewed up the seams that needed finishing. Oh, you can't even see. But anyway, it's sewed up. Now I can go on to furring it, which is exciting. I'm going to work on that maybe tomorrow, but maybe not. I think we're going out tomorrow, so I might not get a chance to work on it, but at least it's ready for the next phase. Look, there's a full arch rainbow outside. That's pretty cool. I forgot to film a little update, but I have cut all of the fur. It is all cut out and ready to be stuck down. I even sewed up the darts. You can still see the seam lines right now, but you know, I'll pick those out once it's on the suit. But yeah, there we are. I just need to stick all this down and then I will get on to making the eyes. Exciting! The workroom is a bit of a mess. I mean, fabric on the floor, duct tape dummy just lying there. But anyway, two things happened today. First thing, the monkey has finally sold. The payment is currently pending. I'm not going to give you all that details because, you know, that's between me and the customer. But once the payment is processed, then this guy is off to Canada. Exciting! So it has been months. This suit has been sitting in my workroom for months. And he's finally sold. So, oh, I'm so excited. Thank you to the person who has bought him. And then, yeah. So right now I'm working on putting together the goodie bag and the stickers and the prints and the fabric swatches, that kind of thing. Anyway, the other thing that happened today was my Yugi Kotobukiya figure has arrived. I'm so excited to open this. I'm gonna do an unboxing video of him tomorrow probably. I'd do it today, but it's getting dark. It'll get dark in like half an hour probably, so I'll film this tomorrow. It'll be up well before this vlog, so yeah. Anyway, look at him. I'm so excited. Just, oh, he's so cool. I own the Joey Kotobukiya Yu-Gi-Oh figure as well, so these two can stand next to each other. Oh, I'm so excited. I just flipped over my little notebook, and I must have wrote this when I was like 7 years old maybe. It says whale numbers are going down very quickly and could get extinct, and every animal does its part in the world. Although the part kind of looks like fat. That's kind of funny. Anyway, what I was gonna say was that I have an art commission from my friend Harry, who is always commissioning me. Thank you, Harry. So this is actually something we started doing months ago, but we both kind of just didn't really continue with it. We like planned it a bit and then we didn't go any further with it. Anyway, yesterday Harry was like, what's happening with the boy? And I was like, I don't know what is happening with the boy. So yes, here is the progress so far. Back when I first did this is as far as I got the first time that we started planning things. Though some things have changed, we're probably not going to do quite as elaborate as it was back then. But overall, I'm still using this as my base sketch, and what I'm doing is just using the sketch to make the line art. So I'm just erasing parts of the sketch and just making the line art as I go. Anyway, this is like a protogen, which is like a furry character. I'm sure you know, if you're watching this video and you're a furry, you probably know what a protogen is. Anyway, this one's like his OC that he commissioned me to design and draw, and this one's like a zombie with plant things going on. So this is going to be worked on very, very slowly due to my wrist pains, but here it is. I'm not actually officially open for art commissions, but you know, I'll take on the odd one every now and then, and if Harry wants to commission me, then Harry can commission me. Well, I haven't done any work on the fursuit for a couple of days because, you know, wrist pains, but I have worked on the protogen artwork, and today I finished up the vine arm, and this arm with this vine coming around it, and I've started on the leggies, and I decided to add this spine in the, like, he's got like a goo stomach. It's like he's basically like a giant Venus flytrap pitcher plant, but in protogen form, so this is where he catches his bugs. So we're going to have some bugs in there, it's going to be transparent goo, it's going to look really cool. So yes, that's this so far. I'm really excited to keep working on it actually. At first I was a little bit like, you know, it's a commission, I'll take it. But no, I'm actually really enjoying it now. Well, I went to my boyfriend's house for a couple of days, took a break, and now I have a box, because my boyfriend's dad runs the local tech shop, so he has a lot of boxes all of the time. So, box to post the monkey in. It fits very well, there's tons of extra space. This box could even be smaller and be fine, but you know, bigger is better than having it squished. So yes, box obtained. Monkey will be posted out very soon. It's a bit dark in here today, but anyway, my order of new business flyers arrived. I don't like to do business cards because I just, you know, I prefer to do these business flyers because then I can add these mini free prints with them. So, you know, people can cut this off and they can trim off these edges and just have like a little mini freebie print that they can put on their wall or something. Anyway, so these are my new business cards that are just like, you know, same format as my old ones, just with different artworks on. I got some repeat ones like my Sawbones and my Forest. I also did some with my my new Yu-Gi-Oh artwork on it, and I also did some with my big Zinogre piece on as well, so I'm excited to use these. I also got some restocks of prints like my cat skull, and okay, that's about the only print I restocked, so yeah. I also tried to format these in the right size so that they didn't get trimmed off at the edges, but they still got trimmed off at the edges, so I'm not sure what happened there. I guess maybe my sizing was just a little bit off, but you know, you can see the full picture. I mean, maybe a couple of them have a little bit trimmed off, like the Yu-Gi-Oh one's got a bit trimmed off at the side, but it's not a big deal, you know. For a free little print, you can't expect perfection, right? So yes, there's my new business cards. I need to go through and organise these so that all of the images are grouped together properly, because right now they're in a bit of a jumble. If you are curious though, I've been getting these from Free Prints, which is pretty much what it says, except you have to pay postage, and I'm sure they're obviously taking profit from the postage. But that's what I've been using, because I don't order a lot of prints. I just order my little business cards, and it's like, what, £4, so that's good enough for me. The ugly stage continues. We have glued everything down. I say I glued everything down. It continues to look horrendously ugly, but it always does at this stage, so I'm not worried. I do like how the cheeks are looking so far. You can see those little smiling indentations there. So that's going according to plan so far. I did stick a couple of bits a bit too far back, like this forehead piece needed to come forwards a bit, so I had to stick this to gap a little bit of a gap there, but you know, that's not visible in the end because the eyes are big. Sorry about the power tools outside, you can probably hear those. Anyway, ladder stitching is the next step, but I'm not going to do that today because using the glue gun really takes it out of my wrist. It hurts. So yeah, I just need to turn all the raw edges in and then ladder stitch them up. I could pin this down today, maybe I'll do that. Well, the line art seems to be done. The only thing I haven't really done yet is these plant things. It's like a carnivorous plant-based protogen, so I'm not really sure how I'm doing these. I guess I'll just see what happens while I'm going on this. And to be honest, I do have somewhat free creative freedom on this. My friend just lets me do whatever pretty much. So yes, the next step on this is to do a background, and that will dictate how the colours are going to look on this. I mean, yeah, he does have a kind of colour palette all planned out, but you know, the shades of everything specifically will be dictated by the background, because you know, you want it to look cohesive, so that's what we're doing next. Well, I somehow just did all the lines for the background. It might look a little bit unclear right now, but it'll all come together in the end. So there's where we are. I like the little, I did a tiny little frog. Little frog. He's my favourite part of it. I can't remember if I actually said, but the monkey suit has been all packaged up and should be posted either this afternoon or tomorrow, so exciting, yay! I would show you the box, but I can't be bothered to go downstairs to film it, so this is all you're getting. The monkey has been posted. It should be there soon, hopefully. Well, you know, it's going to be like between 5 days and 3 weeks, because you know, just how the postal system is. So yes, that's exciting. I forgot to vlog this, but I've been working on this commission as well. This is a previous client. They've come back to me for some artwork. This is the person who commissioned the Ampwave tail. It's actually this character here. If you remember when I made this tail, it's a bit, you can't really see, the camera's too bright. Anyway, so yes, it's really nice when clients come back to you for more work. So here I am drawing their character, and we're just doing shading right now because I've got this far. Just shading left and lighting, and then it will be done. I'm doing that thing again where I put more effort in than I actually charged for. Oh, I got a bad habit of doing that. Okay, right now I'm doing the shading, and I really like how this eye is looking so far. It might need a little bit more tweaking. You can't really see it. Let me turn that exposure down so you can see what I'm doing. Some details in the eye, and I need to shade these ear speakers. And this is not what the vlog was originally about. We're meant to be looking at that fursuit over there, which has not really progressed because I've been working on commission work instead. Now that is peak countryside core. Well, I have a fun story to tell you. This is just visuals while I talk here, but turns out that Parcel Force does not deliver to PO boxes. So I just got a voicemail on my phone because I didn't have hold of my phone when I was getting called. But anyway, I get this voicemail from this guy, and he's like, "Hey, so this is Parcel Force. We don't deliver to PO boxes. I'll call you back in like a few minutes." So I'm like, oh god. So I messaged my client, and we decided that the best course of action would be to ask if they could scribble the PO box out. So yeah. So if you're in anyway, we did that exactly. The guy phoned me back and was like, "Okay, so we don't deliver." And I was like, "I have an idea. Scribble out the PO box," and it worked. So well, it's working so far. I don't want to jinx it. Everything's going okay now that we've scribbled out the PO box. We'll just see what happens. And if you're in the UK or anywhere that has Parcel Force, keep in mind that they do not deliver to PO boxes. I really should have, checked that, because it never crossed my mind, Why would you not deliver to a PO box, So, yes, that was quite the little exciting, mildly stressful event. Anyway, I'm going to play some Love Live because I'm back into playing Love Live, as you can see. I'm doing stuff. Yes. So, off I go. Oh, I got a B combo. That's nice. Just gonna mention that playing Love Live is fine for my wrists, as long as I don't play too much, So, it keeps me entertained, and it's not too bad on my wrists, so fun little game. Also, it's really nostalgic. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, I have two things to update you on. So first thing is that I finished this icon commission. I probably went a little bit overboard for the price that I charged, so I probably should have charged a bit more, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun drawing this, and then, I know what to charge next time if I'm going to do something like this, because I did go kind of all out on that shading. So yes, this is done. I really like how it turned out, and the other thing I have to update you on is that I might have pre-ordered an Enderoid. This is the Dralok Nendoroid from the anime The Vampire The Vampire Dies in No Time, and it was so cute. I could not resist. So I finished the anime. I really enjoyed it. I loved Dralok's character, and John the armadillo. I couldn't resist, and I was like, I don't know when pre-order is going to close, so I placed my pre-order. He's not due till like late September, but I got on there early, so I know that I've got him. He's pre-ordered, and I'm so excited. I enjoyed the anime enough to be drawing fan art of it, and I haven't been drawing a lot of fan art recently. I've been getting back into drawing fan art. I love vampire characters, especially in fun, happy settings. So Dralok and John, of course, love him. I did 2 seams today. Wow. Work's been slow again because of my wrists, so I feel like I say that every scene, like, oh, I can't work because of my wrists, oh no. It's true, it is true, I can't work because of my wrists, but I did 2 whole seams today so far. I might do another one, might not. I'm taking it so slowly, it's unreal. I really want to get this done. I want to get this finished so bad, but just take it slow. It'll get done eventually, and then I can sell it. I really hope someone buys it after all of my very slow work on it. Well, I got all of the seams done on this head. Everything is sewn. Yeah, it is quite ugly and unsymmetrical, but you know, I'll be able to hide some of that symmetry issue thing with all of the, you know, the ears and the eyes. I'm sure it'll be fine. I did notice that this is quite a tight fit. I'm a 22-inch head, and this thing is quite tight. It fits onto my 23-inch mannequin, but I can only imagine it must be quite uncomfortable for a real person. So I guess I'll get maybe one of my friends to try it on, see if it, you know, see if it fits people with bigger heads than myself. I have a very small head. Maybe that's why I'm not very smart. I'm just joking, I'm joking. Not too much to report today. Last night I worked on this drawing. Let me turn my exposure down so you can see it. So there's the Protogen drawing. I have coloured in the trees in the background. Just, you know, a few things in the background need editing and colouring in still. It's just kind of there for the, like, colour theory session. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Basically, the background colours need to be reflected in the Protogen, so that's why I did the background first. Anyway, so there's that. Otherwise, my new stickers arrived today. These are Puppy Chew. Puppy Chew is just like a little piece of art that I did a few months ago. I was like, it would be kind of cute to draw Pichu as a puppy, and I did. And I just sent to get these printed a few days ago, and they are here. I have noticed they are a little bit on the dark side. Oh, my camera's going to go flat. Anyway, they came out a little bit dark, but that's on me for not adjusting my colours accordingly, so I'll know what to do for next time when I get them reprinted. If I get them reprinted. I probably will. The boys are fighting. Oh, they do not like each other. Oh, I thought we were going to see some action. Nah. My mask filters just arrived, all the way from America. I spent £65 to get these, for the mask filters, and I sent the wrong size. Oh, I'm quite, I'm not happy to say the least, but you know, I've contacted the supplier, the seller, and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to be mean, you know, I'll be polite and see what they say, but oh, it's a bit stressful. Here's something I can show the vlog. So here's the first ever book I have made myself, and this is an unofficial art book, like the art of Dude That's My Ghost. I've been working on this thing for years, well not years, like a year. But it's finally done. It's completely made by me, just, you know, with images from the show and the concept arts and where's the concept arts? Show us the concept arts, there we go. I found all the images and I compiled them into this little fan-made book, and it's surreal seeing this in person. Like, I've been a fan of this show for years. Disney has forgotten about it, but if Disney wasn't going to make an art book, then I took matters into my own hands and I made one, and it's still work in progress. But it's so weird seeing this as a physical thing. I can touch it, I can pick it up, and I can read it. Yeah. So yes, this is a project that I have been kind of lazily working on for the past year, just in the background when I had some free time. Finally printed, but not done yet, still tweaking things. I accidentally put the same image in this twice. Whoops. So it has been a few days of more not work because, you know, wrist pain. I went to my boyfriend's house over the weekend, but before I went, Legends of Arceus arrived, so I have Legends of Arceus. I've been playing a little bit, but I haven't got very far, because I didn't take my Switch with me to my boyfriend's house. But anyway, I got my boyfriend Legends of Arceus as well. Anyway, I got pre-order bonus with Arceus figure, so that's cool. I really like this figure, it's quite nice. I mean, it's not like the world's best quality or anything, but it's cute, it's nice. Anyway, in the box, when they posted this, there was also this. I don't know why. I guess they just had a lot of Trolls World Tour stock or something, or maybe they're being paid to promote the movie. I don't know. Just it was a bit random because my twin got one of these too. My twin also got Legend of Arceus from the same place on the same day pre-order as me, and they both arrived and they both had one of these, which is a little bit strange, but you know, thanks, I guess. Anyway, also what arrived today in the post, which is Monday, I got this. This is a Miku figure. It's one of the Sega prize figures from a few years ago, and I was like, I really want that one, because this is one of the outfits Miku has that when I was 13 I was like, that's such a cool outfit, I love that outfit. And then I saw this figure existed and I was like, I want that figure. And I found her pretty cheap, so I ordered her all the way from Japan. No import fees, which is nice. But here she is, I really like her. I also got myself a little Schleich Lemur while I was at Bryden's house, so another little animal. Well, I haven't been able to work on the suit very much due to, you know, wrist pain. But I did cut out the foam for the eyes, and I think this is the best way to do it with the foam, and then I can just glue fabric on this and ladder stitch around it and stuff. Anyway, I'm wondering if the holes need to be maybe a little bit wider, but I don't want it to look scary. I don't want it to look creepy. I also think I should have set them a little bit lower down, but it's a bit late now. The vision in this suit is going to be horrendous. I mean, you know, it's to be expected, but yeah, I don't know if I'll have that reflected in the price or not. But I mean, like, you know, you don't pay for brilliant visibility with fursuits, you pay for what it looks like, you know, and if it's made well. But this vision is going to be atrocious. Like, originally I was thinking this might be a £700 suit, but I might not sell it for that much. It might be a 500 or 600. We will see what happens. Yeah, I think I might be able to do a little bit of work on this. Just, I'll have to work very slowly. I'm working on the art commission as well, just doing a little bit, like 10 minutes a day kind of thing. You know, at least it gets done. Even if the work's very slow, I can do a little bit every day and it'll get done eventually. This I was hoping to have done this month or next month, but it's probably not going to get done until like the next month after that. I forgot which month that is and I'm too lazy to think. Anyway, yeah, here we are. Eyes will be going on this suit eventually. I also got refunded for this, full refund, so do they want these back? I mean, it's going to cost them money for me to send this back. Do they want it back? Do I message them and ask? I guess I'll just hold on to them until I have confirmation, I guess. So yeah, now I just have these lying around and I just don't know what to do with them. In other news, I also have an unboxing video to record at some point, but I'm trying to hold off so I can do a little bit of a haul. I have a package expected soon, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh figure, but anyway, I've got a few like little things I can do a video for, so I'm waiting for my Kaiba to arrive and then I can unbox this and the Kaiba, probably not in the same video, but you know, I'm excited to film a little haul of things that I've received in the post. Also, the Dude That's My Ghost video went up yesterday and it's doing quite well for one of my videos, like 17 views, wow, that is pretty good for one of my videos, especially the next day after I've uploaded it, so that's cool. Anyway, so oh, also thank you for 425 subscribers, that's pretty cool too. Yeah. Well, I've actually done some fursuit work today, not much, but here we have the eyes, sort of. They look really scruffy from the back, but you know, it's the back, it's going to be attached to the head. This was a challenge and it's going to continue to be a challenge. So I had to do 2 layers of this lycra to cover up the blue foam, and the way I did it was because hot glue and lycra don't tend to mix very well, and maybe I should have done neoprene for this, but anyway. Or maybe fleece would have, or minky, you know, there were a lot of options, but I wanted to do lycra. Anyway, the entire front of this is not glued down. The like base layer of Lycra is glued down pretty much all over, but this second layer is only glued down on the back, and then I have this to sew around and neaten things up. And then I'll have to cut out the little pupil holes and sew those together. I'm really scared to do that. It might all go wrong at that point. But just gonna experiment and see how it all comes together. There's hot glue stringies everywhere. Lots of hot glue. And I guess all I can do is continue my experiment and see how it goes. Okay, I have a few things to update you on. It's not my water bottle or my cup of tea, those are just kind of in frame. What I do have to update you on is the eyes. They have been sewn. Well, for the most part they've been sewn. We have the back that looks really messy, but you know, it's the back, you don't see it. And I have to do the pupils next, and I'm terrified of doing the pupils. I mean, how am I going to do these? I was thinking of just like cutting the hole and sewing round, but I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, so we will see what happens. Anyway, otherwise I've been working on the painting on and off, just, you know, a few minutes each day, just so my wrists don't get too bad. I've added a highlight colour, wow, and it looks so much better for it. Like, I was like, oh, it looks so flat. Well, yeah, it's because you didn't have a highlight colour. So, highlight colour being added, looking a lot better already. Otherwise, I got some new little anime toys. This was a pre-order that arrived. It's Kaiba. I've got Nyanko Miku there. And I got the Rin Love Live Nendoroid in the training suit version. Anyway, then I have another thing to update you on. And that is my chair. My chair that I've had for years and years and years and years snapped in half. Okay, well, it didn't snap in half, it fell in half. To cut the story short, basically my old desk chair was held up by a stick and a bit of metal. Literally a wooden little stick and a bit of metal. And I was like, you know, I would like to raise my desk chair because, you know, sitting at my desk, it was a bit low. And it was hurting my wrist to, you know, have my arm dangling off the side like that, so I could do with it being at a more comfortable height. So I asked my dad to help me, and we raised the chair, and we upgraded it from having a stick and a bit of metal to having 2 metal sticks and a bit of metal. So 3 bits of metal. A hose clip as it is, so like a metal clip to hold the metal sticks onto the chair. So, yeah, we raised the chair, it's fine for a few hours, and then I'm talking to my friend on Discord call, and suddenly I'm like, oh, my chairs are really wobbly, and I get up to investigate, and when I do, my chair just falls off. So yes, my chair has died. I've borrowed my sister's desk chair. My dad actually fixed my old chair, but it doesn't rotate anymore. Well, it does, but it's very, very stiff. I think I may have to get a new desk chair. I don't want to, because chairs cost money. And, you know, I would probably just continue using my old desk chair if it means not having to spend any money. No, I'll probably go and buy a new chair at some point soon enough, because, yeah. Anyway. Well, I did a scary thing and cut out the fabric from the front of the eyes. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I have a bad feeling about this one. It might not go to plan, but I might be able to salvage it if I'm lucky. We will see. Anyway, another thing that I did was I made myself a sketchbook, just because I was like, well, I can't draw right now, I can't sew, so I did this last night, and it took not very long because I was just being lazy with it. I just wanted to do a little experiment. The cover is just like a card, and then it's just printer paper. I did 2 signatures in it. I think they're called signatures, like the amount of pages per little, you know how a sketchbook is bound, right? Kind of like, I'm sure you can picture how a sketchbook spine looks. Anyway, so I did 1 hand sewn. I know I said I couldn't sew, but I mean, I couldn't, like, you know, meticulously sew, but I could do, you know, like my 6 stitches here. So I did a hand sewn signature, which is a lot prettier. And then I did a machine sewn one because I was like, well, you know, why not? And the machine sewn one, it looks okay here. I went a bit like off center down here, but you know, ignore that. It's not the prettiest. I glued it together with contact cement. It's probably gonna fall apart, but you know, it was fun, and I enjoyed doing it. I need to stick maybe some stickers on the front or draw something on the front, I don't know. But yeah, I might make more sketchbooks with nicer paper at some point, but it was a nice little fun experiment. If you haven't tried making a sketchbook, you know, give it a go. It's quite fun, even though your first attempt might be like mine and a bit shit. But yeah, I enjoyed making it. I have no clue if this is gonna work. I have a feeling it's probably not. The better way to do this, like the better approach, I think, would have been to... I would have needed some neoprene, which is a bit thicker than lycra, but basically it would have been 3 pieces of fabric, so you'd have a back and a front, and then, oh sorry, it would be 4 technically, and then in each little eye hole there would be like a strip of fabric sewn into like a circle or an oval, I guess, and they could sew that in, and then it's a much cleaner finish, whereas what I'm doing is basically just kind of pulling this fabric into the holes and hoping that it turns out nicely. It probably won't. I'm gonna be honest, it probably won't. I think I'm using the ladder stitch here, but it's a bit difficult to tell because it's very much guessing and hoping for the best. I think I should have maybe used a different needle, I'm not sure. Ladder stitch it is. Let's see what happens. I might even abandon this and try my other method to see if it works a bit better. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. It is done. As you can see, it is quite wrinkly. It might be better once it's, you know, stuck onto the round fursuit head rather than just the, you know, flat like it is now. They did come out at slightly different sizes, but you know, I think if I glue this bit to the side slightly, it'd be fine to even out. I think that's the best I'm gonna do for this first attempt, and I'm happy enough with it. Please ignore this horrible wrinkle here. I should be able to glue it in a way that hides that, I hope. I hope and pray that I can, because I don't want to have to redo this. Here it is. It could be better, it could be worse. It is fairly average for a first attempt. The eyes have been sewn onto the fursuit, which is very good. It means progress is being made. Sure, they do have the the odd little wrinkle, but you know, I tried my best. This is the first time I've ever done eyes like this, and I was not expecting, you know, perfection. So I think we're just gonna have to deal with this little wrinkle. No matter what I do with the sewing to try and fix it, it's just not gonna look right. So wrinkle, ignore it. It'll be less noticeable once we've got the nose and the ears and everything else on there. I'm currently waiting on fabric in the post. I just ordered the fabric, so I'm going to do a red nose and a red tongue. The ears will be the same colour as this, you know, sand coloured fur, and we're going to do dark brown eyebrows and dark brown inner ears. So yes, that's what the plan is. Just have to wait for fabric. The vision is, you know, it's not great. Very limited vision. Like I said earlier, I might say that I might send like a bit of foam, like a couple inch bit of foam that they can put in the top of the head and then look out the mouth instead. That might be an option. I'm not sure. I'll do some experimentation with, you know, my scrap foam up there. So yes, that's where we are. Other exciting things that have happened is that my pre-order of Dark Magician Girl has arrived, and I unboxed her and stuff, and she's so cute. I love her. So now she is also on my desk, and my desk is getting quite busy. There are maybe a few too many little plastic anime toys on my desk, but you know, it looks nice, and Oh, I need to figure out some better kind of display setup for this, because I can't just keep going adding more figures on my desk like this. It's not going to be very good for me, but you know, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, I really like her, she's very cute. Well, because I can't work on that fursuit over there, I thought I'd make just a tail. So I'm making a devil tail out of lycra, which is very experimental. I don't own a stretch needle for my machine, nor do I own a walking foot, but you know, I managed to sew my balaclavas just fine. I'm sure I can figure this out. No clue how it's going to turn out, so I guess we'll see what happens. Well, I got the tail all sewn up on the machine. It wasn't too hard. I just kind of let the machine drag it through, rather than trying to, you know, force it through, because that's how you end up with wrinkles. And considering I don't own a stretch needle or a walking foot, it turned out pretty okay. Well, then again, I'm still stuffing the tail. I'm just starting to stuff the tail now. I had to unpick my seam at the tip of the tail to actually, you know, stuff this area. I also forgot to clip some of the seams around the points, so yeah. I don't work with lycra like this very often. I normally just use it for lining, since, you know, it's a good lining fabric. But I guess I'll see what this tail looks like when I've finished it up. I'm quite liking the concept of it. I quite like the sleekness of it. I'm not sure how it's gonna, you know, turn out though. So I guess we'll just wait and see. Well, I have sewn up, well, I already showed you I sewed it up. I've stuffed the tail, and I think I have my camera settings on a different lighting setting, so it looks a bit orange right now. Anyway, I quite like it. I need to sew up the little places where I opened it up to stuff it, but I quite like it. I just need to, you know, finish it up, sew up those little holes up there, and then add a tail base, and then, well, belt loops of course, and then it'll be up for sale. So that was a quick little adventure. No clue what I'm going to price it at, but I'm really happy with it. Well, I'm almost finished with this devil tail. I mean, all I have left to do is finish up this ladder stitch seam along the bottom of the base. The top is blanket stitched as usual, and then the machine sewn belt loops should be done today or tomorrow. My left wrist kind of hurts, so I might have to stop for a little while. But yeah, I'm almost done. We're in my sister's room because she has a full-length mirror, but look at this tail. Oh, I love it. I need to make one for myself. This one will be for sale because I would like some money. But look at it. Oh, I love it. I honestly adore this. Like, oh my gosh. I can see why people like making devil tails. Like, this is... I love it. Okay, I've got to go and film the... whatchamacallit, the review video to, you know, say, here's the tail, here's what it's like. Oh, I love this so much. I need to make one of these for myself when I have some free time. I'm so happy with this. Well, one of my fabrics arrived. This is a brown blanket. I'm surprised it came in this little baggie. It came in a little bag with a zip, which is nice. So I'll be able to reuse this for something. But it's quite nice. It's very soft. It's just Cuddle Fleece. I struggle so much to find brown fabrics like this. I don't know, they just don't make brown Cuddle Fleece very much. But this is here. I might actually use this on my personal suit CharrChan, like my mascot character, because I do have another dark brown which is a bit different, so I might use the other dark brown, save this for my personal fursuit. But you know, both work, so yeah. Anyway, here's one of my fabrics. Now I'm just waiting on the red, which I hope arrives soon, because I really want to get on with that. Well, I didn't do much work yesterday because I went to the chiropractor, Did I mention I was going to a chiropractor about my wrists? It turns out they can't really do anything for me at this current time because I've got other health issues that mean that chiropractic things aren't really the best move right now. So maybe in a couple of years it might help, but for now I'll focus on my other health issues and see if that helps my wrists get a bit better. So that's that. That is where we are with my wrists. In other things that happened yesterday, I filmed this video because I got yet another little plastic anime man. I got the Yugi noodle stopper from Fursuit, and I love it. I love this figure. He's just gonna sit up there. I do have another unboxing video to film. I know I've done a lot of unboxings on my channel recently, but you know, they're easier on my wrists because when I edit these I can sit and use my drawing tablet, and it's just like, it's easier than sitting with the mouse, and you know, it's easier than drawing a image. So that's why my YouTube has suddenly become lots of unboxing videos. But anyway, I'm having fun with it. I do have a drawing commission to get on with, but it's not going to be a speed paint because there's too much to do on that drawing that I just couldn't film it as a speed paint. So I guess I'll go and finish my video editing and then I'll go and do the drawing. So today, still no red fabric, still waiting on red fabric for this dog fursuit. I mean, I have reds that I could have used, but I didn't want to use those particular reds that I had, so I had to order more. Anyway, still waiting on that. I just filmed 2 unboxings, one yesterday, one today, and that was for my little noodle stopper Yu-Gi-Oh figure and my 3rd scale figure, so there's that. Unfortunately, because I'm buying so many anime figures recently, I'm kind of getting a box problem. Yeah, I've got a lot of boxes now. I don't just want to chuck them because, you know, these are good boxes. These are nice boxes. I don't just want to chuck them. So I'm going to hang on to them and find uses. I mean, this box here, this one I can use for my devil tail to post it. So anyway, there's that. Otherwise, what else do I got going on? Here's Bakura, who I just unboxed. Here's the box I just opened today to film. It won't focus. 2 things have happened this morning. I have sold the devil tail. It's on its way to America. Or it will be. It's in this box. So that's going to America. And my Cuddle Fleece arrived, except this one has a different texture to what I expected. I'm still going to use it because, you know, I paid for it, so I may as well. It's not bad. It's just, it's not more on the fleece side in a way. I don't know how to describe what this texture is. It's like a towel, but not a towel. Anyway, it's not a bad texture, it's just not what I quite expected, but you know, I'm happy enough to work with it. It's still a Cuddle Fleece, and it means I can get on with that. Today I'm working on the nose. As you can see, this is a very bright red. It's more bright on the camera than it is in real life, but it is quite bright. I decided that I wanted to do a foam base nose on this fursuit, so I've made a little nose out of foam, and now I'm just working on, you know, sewing up the darts on the pattern that I created. Nothing too complex. There's 3 darts on this pattern, and after that I'll be able to stick it onto the fursuit and sew it down and all that stuff. My thread is tangling. Oh, it's got little fibres stuck in it. There we go. This fabric is an absolute nightmare for shedding its little fur fibres when you cut it. It likes to static itself to you as well, which is not great. I don't know what happened, but my desk has suddenly become horribly messy again. But I did get this done. Well, you know, sewn up. I don't know if I'm going to add like a underside piece to this. Obviously I have to glue this on the nose. Glue this, then see if I want to add an underside bit, or maybe I'll just like fold any excess fabric under and that can serve as like my little courtesy extra bit for sewing it onto the head. I don't know, I'm just brainstorming out loud again. Honestly, I'm about to start implementing every time I burn myself with the hot glue gun, the price goes up by £10. Anyway, aside from burning myself somewhat painfully while I was gluing this on, it's looking okay. I mean, it's a nose, there's not much to say, really. Yeah, I do have some of this loose fabric here. I might glue some more of that down, then trim it. Yeah, I'll probably glue those bits down, then trim excess, and then sew this, well, glue and sew this onto the head. So I guess I'll see you then. Well, obviously I haven't glued it down yet. I mean, look at it, look at those loose bits of fabric, but it's quite a big nose, isn't it? I think it suits the character. I don't think it looks bad. It's just not quite what I was expecting. I mean, look, the pattern is much smaller. I didn't really account for the fact that foam is quite chunky. This is a bit of 1-inch foam that I carved into the shape. So yeah, I think it'll look good. Actually, I should probably try that on, take all the pins out and try it on to see if this is interfering with the vision, because the vision is already abysmal. Because, these little tiny holes. I tried my best, but I'll see if the vision's still okay with this big nose. Well, I tried on the big nose version of the fursuit, and the nose works out perfectly because, well, first of all, it doesn't really affect the vision. The vision's just as abysmal as it was before, so that's fine. And the second good thing about it is that it hides the wrinkle. We don't see the wrinkle from the front anymore. I mean, yes, there are some, ambient wrinkles here and there, but can't do much about those. Those are just kind of there permanently now. So anyway, I get to go ahead and stick this nose on, sew it down, get rid of these fabric-y wrinkles here. So yes, I better get on doing that. So I got the nose on. It's not my most symmetrical nose, to be honest. It's a little bit, it's not wonky, but it's a little bit unsymmetrical, but it's okay. Big squishy nose, and it's glued on with hot glue, and it's ladder stitched around, so it should be pretty secure. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good, and it really suits the aesthetic I was going for. So now all I have to do is make a tongue, teeth, ears, and the little hair floof I was going to add. Oh, and eyebrows, of course. He needs eyebrows. After that, I'll make the neck, and then I have to make paws and the tail, and then it'll be up for sale, hopefully. I decided to get on making the tongue as well today. I thought it might be, a good idea to get more work done. So here I am, doing some work. I'll stop if my wrists get, painful or anything. But for now, I'll see how far along I get. Some people do their tongues, most people do their tongues on the machine, but I just don't have that kind of control, especially not with Cuddle Fleece. I wouldn't do it. I did try it once, and it was horrendous. It wasn't even Cuddle Fleece, it was minky with a line drawn on it, and it just, yeah, I guess my machine practice is lacking. Did you see they announced Gen 9 of Pokemon? Like, look at these starters. So I'm very excited because I love Pokemon, and I love when they release new Pokemon as well. I'm like, oh, it's new little creatures. I think I'm gonna go for Quaxley, because I like the water type normally, though they're all very cute. I love Fuecoco, everyone loves Fuecoco. I mean, Sprigatito is also very cute, but I'm probably gonna go for Quaxley because I love him. The only reason I kind of mentioned that was my Legends Arceus game crashed while I was playing it, and I had so much unsaved stuff, so yeah. Anyway, it just jogged my memory that there's new Pokemon happening, but also reminder to all of you watching, save your game regularly because they can crash. So yes, I now have to go and redo some of my Pokemon catching adventures. So I think this is looking pretty good. I'm honestly loving this. It's so cartoony and just, oh, I love it. It's just so, well, cartoony, isn't it? I love how big the nose turned out. I was a little bit unsure at first, and it's maybe a little bit unsymmetrical, but it's okay. Squishy nose, big squishy clown-looking nose, big tongue. It's probably not going to have much, like, posability, just with how I've constructed it, and I can't be bothered to make it Velcro or anything, so we're just going to have to, sacrifice the, how Jester's tongue can stick out the side like that, but the This tug is too short to do that, but anyway, aside from that, loving it. I've actually done quite a lot of work today. You only saw me making the nose and the tongue, but I've also been replying to emails, reading paperworky things I have to do, you know, all kinds of things today, so I have been quite busy. Well, I had a reshuffle of the room because my twin came back from uni. My exposure's so high. That's better. Anyway, my twin came back from uni, so now I have the bag of toy stuffing and duct tape dummy me, so my room's a little bit more crowded than normal. But today I'm going to work on the ears. I still need to sew this tongue in, but we're getting there, but we're making some progress. I have the fabrics I need today. I was considering switching this out for this darker brown here, but I decided not to. That's my CharrChan Fursuit fabric, that's my Fursona mascot fabric, but you know, I was wondering if I wanted to use this one instead, but no, I've decided this will just be for the pre-made. This is a wonderful fabric though, this is so soft. It's a really high quality Cuddle Fleece, at least it feels to be. It might not be when I cut into it, but it feels wonderful, so I think I chose well with this supplier. I will probably be back to this person. I forgot who I bought it from, some eBay guy. Also, it came with the little plastic bag, which is nice. God, my floor's so messy. I haven't used my 1-inch foam in ages. I mean, this stuff's been bundled up like this for ages. And there it is. You can see I've been using it, but I don't know when I last used this. What did I last use this for? I have no idea. Oh, I know what I used this for last. These shapes that I've cut out were from my last commission, which was the last vlog I did as well, the last Fursuit vlog. Anyway, if you're storing foam, like this stuff, in rolls, ribbons and elastic, I make myself these like little elastic loops normally. They're, you know, yay big, and you know, just curl your foam up, roll it up, and then put the elastic around it, it holds it in shape. That's what I normally do, but you know, ribbon works as well. Anyway, I've got to cut some foam. Where's my pattern? There it is. So this is my ear pattern. This one kind of slopes down quite a lot, but it's a floppy ear, so what I need is just this triangle here. Ideally I would, you know, cut this part off, but I still need this to cut my fabric, so we're just gonna do it like this. Trying to find the most space efficient way to cut this out, because I don't like to waste foam. To be honest, I think 1/2-inch foam would have worked for this as well, but 1 inch is just a little bit more sturdy, I think. And there we go, the second one. I'm gonna slice off a couple of these pieces, because they're quite awkward. And this will go in my scraps bin, because I don't like wasting foam. My desk is an absolute mess right now. These are from the merch pack. This is the merch pack that I put together. That's, you can buy these if you contact me. I sell these if you want. Just, you know, I don't use Etsy or anything because I hate Etsy with a passion, but I do sell merch packs if you're interested. Anyway. Ugh. I have to cut out this pattern. This is the inner ear pattern, and what I've done is I've split it into 3 pieces. We have the brown part and then the 2 light beigey sand colour furs. So I decided to split it into 3 parts, kind of like how I did Cotton Flop's ears back when I made Cotton Flop, which was 2 years ago now. Doesn't seem that long, but anyway, this will just save space when I'm cutting fabric. It'll mean I don't have to waste as much, so I'll be able to, you know, put these closer together when I cut them out. I didn't bother putting colours on the patterns because, you know, there's not that many colours in this thing. There's like 3 colours. A lot of my pre-mades are only like 3 or 4 colours, to be honest. I don't tend to use that many colours unless it's a commission. or if I've got a really adventurous design, I guess I will branch out and use more colours, but for the most part, most of my characters are very limited colour palettes. It's just, I guess it's how I've learned how to do character design. And also, when you're making pre-mades like this, it keeps your production costs down. You know, you do have to take into account, like, how much do you want to sell the fursuit for, and how much money have you spent on your materials. Granted, I don't do as much maths as I probably should when I'm pricing these things. I just kind of go, does that look like it's worth that much? And I go, yeah, it looks like it's worth that much. How much time did I spend on it? That much time? Okay. Oh, I should probably label this, actually. Let me turn it this way. And label it so I know that this is the left and the right. I drew that R really weirdly. Did you see that? I tried to draw like an F, but whatever. Yeah, that's an L. That's an R. And that'll help me keep track of what's happening with the pattern. Okay, time to go and cut this out of the fabrics and then spend ages hand sewing this part. I can't machine sew this part. I mean, maybe I could machine sew this. I might machine sew that little seam there, but this, no chance on the machine. I also did a bit more on this today. I might do some more later, but you know, I'm doing this in very short bursts, spread out over a long time. As I've said before, this is for my friend Harry, who knows I take a while with these big pieces. But you know, especially with my wrists, I don't want to sit here and overdo it. I've been working on these plants. You can't really see much of a difference in it, but I'm working on the plants, trying to get that detail in there. I got the metal done. I think the metal is done. I might need to put a few more highlights in there. It doesn't need to be shiny, it just needs to look decrepit and manky, which is, I think, what we've got going on. So I might do a bit more on the metal, see what I think. But for the most part, I'm liking it. Just got a bit more to do on the Protogen, and then I'll go and rework some of the background because I'm not quite happy with it. Oh, and I've got the light to add in. But anyway, there's where that is. Welcome to sewing hell. I would do this on the machine, but I'm just, you know, I'm not confident enough to do this on the machine. Also, these fabrics are two different textures, so I wonder if it might, you know, slip and slide. So I may as well just do it by hand. It'll be easier. Well, it won't be easier, it will be less stressful, and it will turn out a lot better, because I don't want to bother practicing on the machine. So I got this ear sewn up, well, you know, the inside part. Now, I think I'll do the other ear first. I'll sew up the inside bit, and then I'll do them both on the machine at the same time. And then I might actually make this a little bit smaller. This does need some trimming, it does need a little bit of trimming to make the shape a little bit nicer. But I might make it a little bit smaller, just because, I'm not sure, we'll see. Anyway, that's where we are. This is all hand sewn, so I'm going to stop sewing for today. I'm going to go edit a video, and maybe I'll film another video, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a speed paint or something, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to go and do video editing stuff. My fabric arrived. This is from Textile Plaza on eBay, apparently. I did not pay attention to who I was ordering from, really. But let's go and see what this neoprene is like. There we go. Ooh, squishy. You know what? That's pretty nice. I quite like that. It is exactly as they describe it. It's like 2mm thick. It's got a little bit of like a foam texture in it. I would not use this for lining a head just because of... Well, no, you could use this for lining a head. Maybe I will switch over to neoprene, actually. Now that I've said that I won't use it, I'm like, maybe I could. So yeah, this might solve my little problem I had with the lycra tail, which was the polyfill like to kind of spring out of it a little bit. But because this is thicker, it might not. So I guess I have a devil tail or two to make. Oh, they're all gone now. Or more of them earlier. Like, he's looking. He's like, am I brave enough to go and get some food, or is there a cat or another bird? He's thinking about it. Oh. Off they go. Well, I'm already starting making another devil tail. This is my tailor's chalk. It is likely older than me, but it still works. I've got my little club penguins and Pokemon to help me hold this pattern down. I could do with some like little small paperweights. Also, I don't like tailor's chalk. I don't like it one bit. But my Posca pen is kind of dead, so I need to buy a new Posca pen. Does anyone have any suggestions for alternatives to tailor's chalk? Because for drawing on lycra specifically, and neoprene, because I am not enjoying this one bit. I've tried a Sakura Jelly Roll pen, that kind of works, but you know, it's still a bit iffy. I just like something that really leaves clear marks. I'm not sure about using a silver Sharpie, I'm not quite sold on that. I haven't tried it, but I'm not sure on the silver Sharpie method. Keep in mind I'm only going to be drawing on lycra and neoprene. I'm not going to be drawing on fur fabrics. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, let me know, because I am quite sick of tailor's chalk and Posca pens. I might still use Posca pens, that's been my best method so far. Anyway, tailor's chalk for today. Alright, let's see how it went. Ta-da! Shake off the chalk. Keep in mind this is the inside, doesn't need to look pretty. And then, where's my box of pins? There it is. Time to add about 5 million pins to this. On the last devil tail I made, when I pinned all around the outline, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. I've never worked with a neoprene before, so you know, I'm not sure what to expect. It's nowhere near as slippery as lycra. That's one pro of it. It's not as slippery as lycra, but it is thicker, so we'll see if that's going to affect it. I could really do with a wooden floor, but I live in an old house, and the floor, if it was wood, would be freezing all of the time. So, carpet it is. Got my Friscar's scissors. These don't always open all the way, sometimes they stick. They're not going to do it. Sometimes they don't like open all the way, it's a bit annoying, but anyway. How am I cutting this? If you're curious, these are Friscar's scissors. Easy action. Friscar's easy action scissors. Can't remember what length they are. Like 6" or something. No, like 4.5" blade or something. I don't remember. Anyway, the spring-loaded scissors, just unclip them and easier on the wrist. So if you got wrist problems like me or arthritis or something, get yourself some of these. They're really good. I did something very stupid. I forgot to put the sewing foot back down. I lifted it up to turn the corner, and then I did a couple of stitches and I went, wait, shit. So now what I'm gonna do is, because this is a massive thread knot, I got no chance with trying to get that out, I'm just gonna pick a couple of stitches and then pull it apart, tie them off, and then sew over it again. So yes, I did something very stupid. It's alright, it happens to the best of us. Yeah. But anyways, it's an easy enough fix. I just would rather have to, would rather not have to do it than, yeah, it's an easy fix. There we go, I fixed my little boo-boo, I fixed my little thingy that I did badly. I got the chunk threads out. It took a lot of picking at the threads with my little seam ripper here, but I got there eventually. I picked all the threads out. I mean, the fabric's a little bit funky there, but you know, this is the inside, it doesn't matter. So I've tied off the seam at the end here. I'll just have to re-sew it. It'll be fine. I guess I'll do that now. I'll just finish the tail up tonight, and then I'll see what I think of neoprene, because, well, it's much different to lycra. Let's see what it's like. Well, it's the next day. I've got my vampire dinosaur t-shirt on. I might stick this on Redbubble. It's just a shirt that I have, but you know, it's such a random design. I just threw this together one day and was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this shirt printed. But anyway, I'm sewing up the last little hole opening. I've sewn up this one, and a hole popped open actually. The thread must have snapped in the machine. So I had to sew this up. You know, I made sure that when a seam pops, what I recommend doing is pulling out the threads a bit, tying them off a few times, and then sew it up with the ladder stitch. So that's what I did there, so it should be nice and sturdy again. So for this, I'm going to have to sew it up a little bit before I can put more stuffing in, so I better get sewing. Yeah. To be honest, my wrists are kind of bad today, so I probably shouldn't be sewing right now, to be honest, but I really want to get this tail done, because, you know, I'd like to get something listed to sell. With my tendinitis being like it's been kind of difficult to sell things regularly, because, you know, I haven't had, you know, time, wrist strength to make anything. So finding that these devil tails seem to have gained a bit of attention, and the first one sold very quickly. So, you know, I'm not trying to put all my eggs in one basket, as the saying goes. This is my second basket. My devil tails is my second basket, and my fursuit is my first basket, I guess. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Well, I did actually get the tail finished. So this is done, it's ready to be put on the internet. It would help if my camera would focus on it for you. I decided to go with a minky base at the end. I could have done I could have done the neoprene at the end cap, but I wanted to do minky because it's just, I don't know, it's just nicer, I think. But yeah, it is done. I haven't tried it on, but I'll try it on to see what it's like to wear, see what I think. But I'll have that up for sale maybe tomorrow. Ignore the sword, that's there because I'm home alone and I thought I heard a noise downstairs, but it turns out it was nothing, it was just the fire making a noise. But now the sword is here for moral support. I have been to the range, my exposure's too high again. And I bought myself some storage things, because have you seen that windowsill? That is disgusting. So, to fix that, I bought myself these big drawers and these little drawers. I might paint these ones, I don't really like them. I also found this, which I thought would be good for displaying figures on, so I picked it up. I also got... I'm out of breath because I just ran up the stairs. But I also got these 2 towels to make a fursuit with. I have a plan for a fursuit that needs towels to make it. That's all you're getting for now, that's all you're gonna hear from me, but I'm sure you can kind of guess from the colours what it might be. Anyway, I did also get a couple more things, which I've shoved into the drawers, which are quite stiff actually. These are stiff drawers. Set you down. Ugh. I don't know why they're so stiff. Anyway, so, got myself a diary because I keep having busy weeks and I don't have a diary yet. I got myself some stickers because I like stickers. I really like these ones, look at these then, nice and shiny. What else did I get? Oh, that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, so there's my little haul. Look at that. The windowsill that was full of shit is now clean. There might be a little bit of damp problem back here, but honestly my stuff that was on here wasn't mouldy or anything, so I guess it's alright. But, you know, it's clean. I mean, yes, it's a bit faded and grotty, but it's clean, and I'm not gonna repaint this room just yet. So, anyway, now I have to put all of this back on there. I think it is done. I might do a little bit more reshuffling. I'm not sure if I really need both the sets of these drawers here, because so what is in here is these are empty. This one has scalpel blades in and some crafty buttons. That one's empty, and then this one has a bunch of random things in it. So I might try and reshuffle what's in here and get it all in here. It might look a bit nicer. So yeah, then I got my sketchbook, which honestly I use this as more of a filing cabinet than a sketchbook. Inside here is all my important documents. This is the this is the bug catching cup and the bug catching papers. Then I got my rocks and my little water fountain, which I haven't turned on yet. I've been meaning to like properly clean this, give it a bit of a new paint job. What this does is you put water in and it like water fountains, water spouts out of here, and it spins the little water wheel around, and then there's a candle holder there. So that's what that is. Then I got my tweezers and my scalpel, and that is my windowsill. I might go and reshuffle it a little bit. Look how nice that looks outside. It's very picturesque. Well, I've done quite a bit today. First of all, I recorded this unboxing. But let me go and show you the figure. There he is, Kaiba. So I got a new Kaiba. Then I edited and uploaded all of the photos and the video for this devil tail, which is ready to, you know, someone should buy it, hopefully. And then I sewed up the other ear, and I even sewed it together fully, but here's where the problems start. It's not quite looking how I wanted it to. I forgot to account for how thick the fabric is. I might be able to get it to work. It might just work better without the foam inside, or I don't know. I don't know. It's not quite how I was thinking. It might have to look kind of more like that. I might be able to prop it out a little bit, but it's not going to look quite how I imagined it. So, ease. Well, you know, it could have been worse. It can kind of sit like that, but it's not going to be as, like, vertical out as I imagined it being. But anyway, it's alright. It's fine. I mean, if worst comes to worst, I can redo these. Or, you know, they kind of look cute like that. That's kind of cute, actually. Imagine, like, them on the top of the head. No, not on the top of the head. Damn, that's kind of cute. He could be like a... it's probably not a good idea to do that. That would be changing the design a bit too far into... Oh no, that's cute. Oh, that is very cute. Okay, so maybe we might do that. Maybe I'll do a little vote on Instagram. I don't know. I'll do some playing around and see what I think. We're probably just going to sew them on as intended, but honestly, sewing them on like that might be very cute. So I might do that. I mean, yes, they weren't intended to be sewn on like that, so it might look a little bit strange. But that's very cute, you gotta admit. Oh, that, yes. There we go. What do you think? I think that looks pretty cute. So it might end up looking kind of more like that. We'll have a little play around. I'll see what looks better. I guess I should sew up the other one and then I can pin them onto the head and see what looks best. Maybe I'll make the eyebrows as well. And the little hair poofy thing. So, yeah. Maybe I'll even make all of the teeth and everything else before I put the ears on, so yeah. Anyway, that's where we are today. Just need to sew up the other ear and then I'll see what I think about the ear situation. I've been using my little kitchen wire rack on my desk. It's got these like big gaps here, but you can kind of fit things on even though it's got the gaps there. It's obviously not going to hold my big figures like Kaiba or Mika or anything, but it does fit Nendoroids. Like, if I was brave, I could stand my Nendoroids on like that, but I'm not that brave, so I'm not going to. I don't want to damage a £50 figure, so yes. Anyway, that's my little desk update. Okay, so the ears do actually sit how they were sort of intended to. Like, not quite as good, I don't think, but, you know, they do sit as they were intended to. Although, now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure if I want to put them like this, or like I had them earlier, you know, with the, like, droopy look, like, drop-down look. Yeah, they're okay like this, but the other way looked a lot cuter, I think, and a lot more unique, whereas this is a little bit like generic dog, which is fine, it's not bad. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do with this, so I guess I'll leave it for now. Maybe I'll post on Instagram. Yeah. Well, my Protogen commission drawing is developing. It's looking a bit better now. I still have to go back into the background and just, you know, bring the colours out a bit more, give it some more contrast and stuff. But the Protogen itself, I think, is done. I might need to add a bit more detail in this goop area with the bugs in there. But overall, that's looking pretty good. So just a bit more to do on that, and otherwise, fursuit work has been a bit slow. You know, wrist pains. But I have decided to go with the lop ears, as I showed earlier, so I'll be sewing those on in a few days when my wrists are a little bit more rested up. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Well, I have completed the Protogen commission. That is done, so I don't need to work on that anymore. And I've sent it to my friend, obviously. What I did start doing last night was customising this bootleg. Let me stress, this was a bootleg. I'm customising a bootleg Nendoroid of Yugi. See, my real one is there. He's safe. So yeah, I'm customising a Nendoroid in my free time, which most of my time is my free time right now, because I'm doing a little bit not so great with my work progress. I sewed this ear on yesterday, but it was at just the wrong angle and it looked kind of bad, so I'm going to have to rethink how I'm attaching those. So maybe I'll do that again today, but my wrists are kind of hurty, so maybe not. So, yes. But the ears will be going on very soon, and I really want to get this done, because I would really like to, you know, get it sold as well, because then it's not clogging up my workroom. But I do like it, it's pretty nice. I just made a very professional advert to post on the internet. Honestly, I really, really want to make a bright pink devil tail. Also, no one's bought this neoprene one yet, so that's still chilling. I would it's okay, I guess, but I would like it to sell. Anyway, so yes, I made this MS Paint advert, and now I'm waiting to see if anyone does want a cerise pink devil tail made of neoprene, because I really, really want to make it. So I might just order the fabric anyway and make it regardless. We will see. Anyway, right now I am editing videos because I don't want to do any sewing today. Well, I do want to sew, but my wrists hurt, so I'm just editing my figure unboxing videos, and yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Well, I've done quite a bit today. I've sewn on the ears, and I even put some stitches along here, so this would turn in like this. So I need to do that on this ear. I just need to put some stitches there so it doesn't have that problem. This ear is bigger than that ear, but I don't want to bother fixing it because, you know, wrist pain. Would rather have this finished rather than perfect, and it's just a pre-made, you know. If this was a commission, I'd redo it, but it's a pre-made, so, you know, whatever. I also sewed the tongue in and put a little tacking stitch at the front here so it doesn't fly up, so that's kind of set in place. So that's what I've done on the head today, and also I started making a tail in white. This one's a bit shorter than my other black ones. I thought because it's white, maybe it's best if it doesn't drag on the floor, so we'll see how it turns out. I just need to, you know, finish it up, then it'll be available in a couple of days, I guess. It's currently the weekend. I replied to a business email, so that's good of me. And I can't work on this right now because I need some white foam or something. unless I want to spend ages fixing up a piece of blue foam so you can't see it, you know, because the white lycra is so kind of see-through when it comes to blue foam. You see the blue foam straight through. I mean, on this, I had to double layer the lycra so you didn't see the blue showing through. Anyway, need some white foam to make the tail base. So I can't do anything on that until maybe later today. My mum went shopping, so I was like, if you see any white foam, let me know. So I might get on with that later, maybe, if we're lucky. I'm probably not going to work on this today because my wrist kind of hurts, and I might have a commission coming in for a couple of tails. Might, maybe, don't want to jinx it. So I don't want to, you know, work and make things difficult for myself. So I'm going to have to find a way to entertain myself today. I don't just want to sit and watch anime all day, but I might. Anyway, I'm rambling at the camera, and this vlog is going to be so hell to edit. Oh, I'm going to hate editing this, but I hope you enjoy how long it is, because we're probably only about halfway through. Well, it is Monday. I replied to a business email, and I haven't done much today, actually. It's been a bit of a lazy day. I've been watching some anime. That's about it, really. Yeah, I haven't done much today, but I thought, well, instead of just sitting around, especially on a work day, like a working week day, why don't I actually do something? So I'm sewing up the little hair tuft that goes on the pre-made back there. I'm using a big long needle today. I wonder if it'll be any easier on my wrists. As you can see, I've got my wrist splints on. And I'm struggling to get the camera to focus, but that's okay. I probably won't talk very long because there's not much to update you on. Well, it's not quite as nice as the tuft of hair I did for the monkey fursuit, but it'll do, you know, it's a tuft of hair. I'm going to add some toy stuffing in here just to plump it up a bit, and then I get to close up this hole and ladder stitch it onto him. Well, I found some white foam, so I'm sewing up. Well, I put the foam in and I glued everything down. I didn't have any white elastic, so I just made some belt loops out of lycra, so it's not the prettiest, I'll admit. It looks a little scruffy, but, you know, for the base of the tail where the belt loops attach, I think security is better than aesthetically pleasing, so, you know, it's a little bit scruffy there, but that's fine. Right now I'm just finishing up the last seam, which is, you know, the base seam. This vlog currently has just been about making devil tails. But I need to get on with, and I do need to get on with the fursuit pre-made as well. So maybe I'll do that later this week after I get this tail done and all posted on the internet for people to have a look at. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, sewing up the tail. So I got something in the post today. It's a Yugi rubber strap, and I got this on AliExpress because I couldn't find any that were reasonable prices. I was like, well, fine, I'll just go on AliExpress. If it's a bootleg, so be it. But it looks like it's official. Look, it's got all the logos on the back. So I got this for like below retail price. And it's official, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, here's my little Yugi. I very much like him, and my desk continues to gain Yu-Gi-Ohs. Perfect. Well, I got quite a bit of work done today. I sewed on the little hair tuft, I sewed eyebrows, and I sewed the eyebrows on. I then made teeth, and that's as far as I allowed myself to get today, because, you know, wrist. I also fixed up this ear. You know how there was the issue with the, if you push down from the top it would kind of invert? Well, I put some stitches along there, so now that is not a problem anymore. And this head is almost done. Almost. Just needs these teeth attaching, and then I need to make a neck and obviously attach it. And then I'll move on to paws and the tail. I originally was going to do like just a plain dog tail, but I think I'm going to do something a bit more exciting. Maybe I can do something with this red, maybe like a dragon tail, like one of these like devil tail looking things. Maybe not like a devil tail, but Oh, by the way, I also did a photo shoot for this today and posted it on the internet for sale. I decided to go with like £60 for this because I'm not quite as happy with it. Normally my devil tail's like 120-ish, 100 to 120 depending on materials, but I don't really like how this turned out, so it's only going to be 60, which is pretty cheap for one of my tails, I think. I'm not sure if I'm pricing my stuff a little bit strangely compared to other makers, but I like to think that I'm fair with my pricing. I don't charge too much, but I charge fairly for, you know, the time and materials and effort that goes into it and all that, you know, how to price art stuff. Anyway, that's the update for today. Here is the fursuit. Well, I sewed all of his teeth on today, and now I am sewing on, well, not sewing on the neck, I'm preparing to sew the neck on. So what I have to do first is attach the lining to the fur, and then I will sew the neck on, which is currently on the floor. But after this, the head will be done, and then I can just work on paws and the tail. I think I'm going to do something a bit different for the tail compared to what I was originally going to do. Originally it was just going to be a dog character, but now it's obviously not, so I want to rethink the tail design. I have run out of white thread with 2 inches left on the seam. Well, I could go and raid my bobbin from my machine, but to be honest, I should probably stop for the day because, you know, wrists. Well, today I cut pattern pieces. Unfortunately, I did a stupid and I cut 2 flat bits for each finger instead of cutting, you know, half flat bit, half bit with a dart, so I'm gonna recut some pattern pieces. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's okay. It's not too much fabric wasted. I'll use this as scraps maybe. Anyway, I just sold and packaged up the black neoprene devil tail. The white one is still available, but the black one is going to America, so that's cool. What else has happened? I've had too much caffeine today, so I'm a little bit jittery, but I think that's all I have to update you on. Oh, I can also say that this head is officially done, because I've sewn up the neck. I used some of my bobbin thread to finish it up, so the neck is completely sewn on, including the side seams. And I think the next thing I want to do for the head is to make some like little padding things that you can shove in the top of the head. Maybe some the soft side of the Velcro in the head and then the prickly side of the Velcro on the pads or something. So it can be converted into a mouth vision suit, because, you know, this is horrifically bad vision. That's just how it is. So I might give it a, you know, convert it into a mouth vision suit feature, maybe? We'll see what happens. Well, I'm making yet another neoprene devil tail. I think I'm going to make this neoprene one and a lycra one and then film a video which covers both of them, and then I can, you know, instead of filming a video every time I make one of these, I can just, you know, not do that. So I guess I'll film a all-inclusive devil tail video that I can just put on my YouTube channel. And I'm rambling at the camera. I'm kind of tired right now. I've had a busy day. I went out to meet my friend for a drink, and then we walked around the shops, and that was like a whole day. It was really nice to see my friend, but now I am just at home. It's late at night. My floor is covered in things, and I've been drawing. I've been drawing this Bakura art. Let me zoom out and show you. I'm drawing Bakura, and he's holding the Millennium Eye, and he's in the Millennium Ring. So that's what my next big drawing is. I think that's pretty much everything I've done today. Yeah. Oh, it's 8:30, but I feel exhausted. It is snowing. It is snowing outside. Like, quite a lot. And it's been like so hot for the past week. And now it is snowing. Currently making the claws. And I made a new pattern for this. I wanted the claws to be a bit more stumpy looking. This is one of my regular claw patterns. I do mine so that I only have to sew up one seam on them. It's just time saving, looks fine. So that's one of my regular claw patterns. But I made this one, which is more like a semicircle kind of thing. And it just, it rounds them out, makes them a little more stubby, which I think suits the character a bit better. I also cut out new finger pieces because, if you remember, I cut out 2 of the same piece for each hand, and it was wrong. And then I took a few days off because, I went to see my boyfriend for the half week, and then I came back and I felt motivated and actually cut out the right pattern pieces. Also, I got a disgusting pop vinyl while I was with my boyfriend. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! I couldn't pass it up. So, originally I was sewing the claws on the machine, but after doing like 2 of them, they came out different sizes. Look, they're different sizes. Just, you see? It'll be fine, I'll still use them, but also the machine kept eating the fabric. It wasn't very good. I should have given myself more seam allowance, I guess, but I'd rather just save myself the stress and do it by hand, even if my hands are probably gonna hurt a little bit after this, but I'll just take it easy. I'll try not to do too much. But that's today. Today we are sewing claws. If you ever wonder why a long tail with a simple colour costs so much, it's because to stuff it, I have to put in like a little handful, and then because it gets kind of small down the bottom, I can't actually reach my whole arm in. So I got a pole here, and I put it in the pole, and I use the pole to move the stuffing down the tail little bit by bit, because you can't do this in like one massive clump, otherwise it'll be ugly. So little bit at a time, just slowly but surely you get there. You might be thinking, well, why don't you just open up seams along the tail? Well, I do. I open the one down here and I open one here. But I don't want to open that many seams along the rest of the tail, because then it's just more sewing work. So I may as well just sit and stuff it like this with the pole. And yeah, so that's why long tails, regardless of their coloration, like if they just have one single colour or multiple colours, that's why they are priced as they are. I think my tails are very fairly priced. I'm sure my prices will raise in future, but for now I think my tails are very reasonably priced. Because I have to sit here and do this for like half an hour, and it's well, not half an hour, like what, yeah, 20 minutes per tail, so it does take a while to get done. Well, all of the claws are sewn into the fingers, which means that all of the darts on the fingers are sewn up. Now I just have to, well, sew it all together, which is gonna take a while because I do this by hand. I'm probably gonna split this over a few days. Probably won't record too much of it because it's gonna be quite boring. I'm not even sure how much of what I've recorded I'm actually gonna include in the vlog, because I've recorded so much, it's probably a bit boring. So speaking of boring things that probably don't need to be mentioned, I had to fix my bag the other day. Look at this. Ugh. So I tend to carry some heavy things with me, like a water bottle, my wallet, and sketchbook, pencil case. So after a few months, my bag finally split. This strap just fell out while I was walking. So I had to do a little stitchy stitch. I decided to put this under my machine and do a zigzag stitch back and forth a few times, and it's holding so far. Yeah, so that was a fun little thing I had to do. Okay, that's that update. I better get on doing some work. Well, today I have not done terribly much because my wrists are kind of bad, but I did make the end caps for both of these tails, and I've sewn one of them on. Well, kind of, I've sewn the top on, and then I have to glue it down and then sew the rest of it. The other one is still not at that stage, but these should be done in, well, depends how my wrists are. I could get them done tonight, which is a bad idea. I'm not going to do that because that'll wrist hurty. But I could get them done tomorrow or the day after, maybe. We'll see. I also want to get on with these paws, because, you know, these don't take that long to do. But again, wrist hurt. Can't work until wrist better. There are massive hailstones falling. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Huge. That's a huge hailstone. They're painful too. Like, they're so big. They're massive. Look at them all. Okay, that's enough of that. It's currently the weekend and I'm not sewing today because wrist hurt. Anyway, yesterday I finished up the main part of this paw. It is all sewn together. And now I just have to do this one. I got one finger sewn up, but I have 3 left to do. After I finish that one, then I have to make the paw pads. Oh wait, before I put the paw pads on, I'll sew the linings in. Actually, I might see Bryden soon, so I might get Bryden to help me sew linings in just to save some time. But yeah, the paws are coming along. Anyway, later today I'm hoping that I will be able to film an unboxing because I got myself yet another Yugi. So yes, I have a Yu-Gi-Oh to unbox. So today I finished up both paws. Well, I finished sewing the fingers into the second one, and now I need to sew the linings in before I can stuff them. But Bryden's going to come over on the weekend, so I'll probably wait till then, maybe, to get him to help me sew the linings in, maybe. For now, I could probably work on making the little toe beans, the beans for the paw pads. So I might do that later today. Anyway, today I got some post, so I got a bunch of these Yu-Gi-Oh charms, and I put one in my eater bag, and here are the other 4 I got today. I also have up here a Yami and another version, another copy of that, because I thought I'd have one on my desk and one in my bag, so I have 2 of him. Anyway, something interesting about them is that while one of them has this one has the little logo on the back, so does this one. This one has all the logos and stuff. These 4 from the same seller just don't, and my theory is that these are factory rejects, because the ones with the logos on feel really high quality, and these do too. This one especially feels very nice quality, but this one, he's so floppy. So I think maybe they just had the rubber mix wrong and they were like, oh, factory reject time. Same goes for Kaiba and Joey. Joey's a bit warped, so maybe that's why. I don't know, that's just me rambling. Anyway, I do really like them. Here's my Yu-Gi-Oh charms. It is currently Saturday? Yes. Anyway, yesterday I took Cotton Flop out for a little day out to take some photos for Easter, since this is my rabbit, sort of rabbit adjacent character, and it was fun, a bit warm, but it was fun. Anyway, today in the post I received some manga. This is the first manga I've purchased for myself in probably about 10 years, but these are the first 4 volumes of Plus Anima, and I got these like dirt cheap, which is great, because at one point these were going for like £50 a book, and I was like, no. So I waited, and 7 years later I finally have it in physical form, so that's fun. I've started reading volume 1, and the art is really pretty, and yeah, there's that. Then today I will be sewing in the linings into the paws. Bryden is going to come over later today, so we'll see if he can help with this, or I might just have it done by the time he's here, so yeah, that's today's plan. So it is currently Tuesday. Bryden just went back home, and I can tell you about my weekend, because I had quite a fun weekend. So on Friday I went out in Cotton Flop. I took Cotton Flop out to an abbey. I think it was Byland Abbey. So I went to Byland Abbey and took some pictures there. I've posted a few online. Also went to see the White Horse, which is like a big, it's like made of chalk and it's big on the side of a hill. So I went and saw that, and that was Friday. We also managed to do a little bit of charity shopping on Friday. And I got myself a Monster High doll and some Wade Whimsies, which are just little ceramic animals. So that's what I did on Friday with my family. We were all pretty tired after that because it was quite a big day of running around, walking around and all that. So on Saturday, on Saturday we did nothing. Well, I did nothing, I didn't do much at all. I think I might have done some sewing, but that was about it. Then on Sunday, we got on Saturday night we got Bryden from the train station, and then on Sunday we went out to a sci-fi museum, which is just a local thing over at Allendale. Well, I say local, it's still like it's a drive. It is a drive to get there, but you know, it's local enough. And it was the Sci-Fi Museum in Allendale, as I said, and it was pretty good. It's like a small collection, but it's still really impressive. It's a lot of old costumes from Doctor Who and some Marvel things as well. Just mostly like, for the Marvel stuff it was parts of costumes because those are hard to get hold of, and for the Doctor Who stuff they had some full costumes and masks and some props. They even had a replica of K9 from the Sarah Jane Adventures, that's where I remember him from, so that was fun. Apparently it was featured on Netflix as well. I can't remember what it was in, but on one of those home renovation thingy things, so if you want to watch how that was made, I'm sure you can search it up on Google and find it. But no, if you're in the northeast and you're looking for the cool sci-fi museum to go to, the one at Allendale looks pretty good. It was pretty fun. And then Monday and Tuesday we did not do anything because everyone was really tired. I think that's all the weekend updates to give you, so on to the next clip, I guess. Wait, I lied. I think I do have one more thing to tell you, although it wasn't from the weekend. I have my first ganglion cyst. It is here, just there in that finger joint at the base. And I think it's because of the motion I'm doing when I'm sewing. If you pay attention to when I sew, I tend to curl this finger around when I'm pulling thread through. Kind of notice it now I've mentioned it, so given myself a ganglion cyst, which is all fun, I guess. Anyway, I used to think that, well, I assumed at first that it was a completely different thing that I forgot the name of, because my dad gets these lumps in his ligaments, so I assumed it was one of those. But no, it's just a ganglion. It'll go away eventually, probably, and if not, they can drain it or something. So yeah, so there's a little health update, and if you're curious, yes, the tendinitis is still going. My desk is a complete mess right now, but today I am sewing paw pads. I usually, when I do these, I have a single piece of fabric for each bit of the paws, and I will just ladder stitch them directly onto the paws. But I was kind of struggling because it's been a very long time since I've done this. It's been a few months. I mean, the last commission I took didn't even have paw pads, so it has been probably, oh god, it's probably been like getting on to 6 months, almost a year. It's been a while. But anyway, I was struggling. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing 2 bits of fabric per paw, and I'm going to sew each one up, then maybe tack them in place with a bit of hot glue or something, maybe, and then I'll ladder stitch them on. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, but it's always a lot of work to make paws. I sewed up all of the toe beans, the paw beans, the paw pads. Anyway, for the little finger pads, what I did was I sewed them up with a blanket stitch and opened them at the back, and then stuffed them and sewed them back up so it's nice and clean all the way around. Whereas with these, I just ladder stitched it up at the bottom there. Anyway, so those are all done, and I am going to force myself to not do any more work because that was a lot of sewing and my wrists kind of hurt now. Today I am sewing the paw pads onto the paws with the ladder stitch, so I'm just doing a few tacking stitches to get them in place and then I'm ladder stitching all the way around. I've got this one on, then I have to do all of the little beans, so those will all be sewn on next, and then I have to do another one. Also, I got this little basket the other day. I bought a bunch of little Wade Whimsy ornaments and they came with the basket, which I wasn't really expecting, but it's pretty handy for keeping in little things like that, so it's coming in handy. All of the toe beans have been sewn onto this paw, and I'm going to stop sewing for today because I don't want to strain myself, so tomorrow's job is to finish that one. Anyway, I was thinking about the tail design and I'm not sure what I want to do. I was thinking like a zigzaggy thing, but that kind of reminds me of both a commission I did last year and also one of my personal characters who has a very similar tail to this. I'm not sure if I want to do that on a pre-made. I might go for the nubby tail. I might still do this, but I might go for the nubby tail. It might be nice. I'm not sure. So that's what I'm trying to figure out next, is the tail design. I did not design this pre-made fully. It's been like a design it as I go along kind of thing. I also today have put this video up, which is looking over devil tails, like a general overview video. So now I don't have to film a new video every time I make a devil tail, unless it's, you know, something extremely different, which I'm probably not gonna do, to be honest. So general video is up, and that was all I had to say then. I have no clue what the last clip was. It's been a few days. I went over to see Bryden at his flat, and while I was there, because it's a city, there's little shops like charity shops and stuff. Anyway, so I got myself a new Schleich. This is a little panda Schleich, so there's that. And then I also got this little mouse, just because I thought he looked scrunkly, as we would say. So here's my scrunkly little mouse that was like 50 pence in the charity shop, so I was like, why not? And then, if you know me, you know that I love Wade Whimsies. And I went in the charity shop today. I'm home now, but I was in the city earlier today, and we went in the charity shop and they had an entire shelf of Wade Whimsies. And obviously I couldn't afford all of them, but I did pick a few out. So I got a fish, which is apparently a rare one. Got a snail, because I like bugs, and I didn't know they made snails. I got a bird. This bird's kind of old. And then an absolutely ancient one. It's a corgi. Then I also got this. Dropped him. Don't worry, these things are indestructible. I mean, like, I've dropped one of these, not this one, but, well, I did just drop this one. I've dropped a Wade Whimsy, a different one, from, like, shoulder height all the way down, and the Wade Whimsy was fine, but it did break one of my other ornaments. These things are like little bullets, so, you know, the guy in the charity shop actually dropped this one, and he was so scared. I was reassuring him, like, don't worry, these things are indestructible. Anyway, so yes, I've got this little creature. I'm not sure if it's like a mouse or a beaver. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's cute. And finally, I got a bull. The bull was only £1, which is kind of good. One thing I'm not entirely sure if it is a Wade Whimsy or not. I'm pretty sure it is, but like an ancient one from like 1960. 1960? Yeah. Maybe even 1950s, I'm not sure. Anyway, also this log is Wade. This is a Wade log. It was an impulse purchase because, like, oh, it's a Wade thing, so I got it. Yes, there's my Wade Whimsy haul. I sure do love little ceramic creatures. They had so many, I had to, you know, restrain myself because I love these things so much. well, today I'm sewing this paw. Hopefully I'll be able to get all the toe beans on, and maybe, if wrist pains allow, I can actually put the cuffs on the end as well. So we'll see how far we get. I'd like to get these paws done this week / early next week, because it's currently Thursday. So we'll see. I'm struggling to get the paw pads to be like symmetrical, so they're not quite symmetrical, but that's okay. You know, as long as they look decent, it's fine. No one in real life is perfectly symmetrical, so, you know, and also it's the handmade charm, you know? I'm making excuses, aren't I? But anyway, I would really like to get this finished. Oh, also, I should tell you, I might, maybe, be tabling at a local convention called Phantasmagoria. The organizer messaged me with the form to be like, alright, if you want to table, here you go, because I'm in the Friends of Phantasmagoria Facebook group. Anyway, I got the message and I saw it a few days later. I was like, oh, sorry, didn't see that. I'll let you know if I can, but don't hold a space for me. And he was like, oh, that's fine, I'll pencil you in and just let me know in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've been planning on here, on this little scrap paper, just all of my potential stock, like stickers and pins, and I'll probably have some devil tails there. I think if I have like some big ones for the big boy money, £100, and then some smaller ones for like 30 maybe. I can't price them too low because I do have to, you know, consider how long it takes me to make them and all of that. Also, card machines. Do I want a card machine? Like a little mobile card payment thing? You know, do I want to invest in that? Also, I'm probably going to have some taxidermy stuff there because it's a steampunk / sci-fi event. I don't really do a lot of sci-fi stuff. I don't draw fan art for it at all. I'm more of a, you know, anime cartoon fan. But I could definitely have some taxidermy there. I'm thinking maybe some mummified mice and chicks, because those are easy enough to do and they look decent. I could also do some mice heads on plaques, you know, like little shields, and taxidermy a mouse head. Obviously these are snake food, frozen, thawed things. You know, I'm not going to be, you know, harming any real alive animals. That would be not good. Anyway, might also do some resin trinkets maybe. But also, here's my potential setup. Just wondering how I could maybe set up a table. You get a 5-foot by 2-foot area for like £25. Table not provided, tables are an extra 10. So it's a really cheap tabling convention. I mean, it is really a small convention that goes on for one day. So, yeah, I might be tabling there, which is exciting. It's a little bit scary because I've never tabled before, but I think it would be a good practice run, so I should probably do it and see how it goes. Yeah, I'll spend a couple more days thinking about it to be extra sure, and then I'll send in my application form, which is probably going to be accepted, I would hope. There tends to be the same vendors there every year as well, and all the staff, which is like maybe 2 people, they're all really friendly. Everyone at the convention is lovely, like the tablers, the attendees, the organisers, you know, everyone is lovely. It's just a really nice convention. You know, I'm thinking about it, and normally I direct the claws, like I sew them so that they all point straight forwards, like, can't really show you, like I'd point them all inwards slightly so that they all point straight forwards, but I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. I think that they kind of hold straight forward anyway, so I'm not gonna bother too much worrying about, you know, if they go off course a little bit. You know, they're all kind of in the right place, so I'll probably just not. Yeah, less work for me, yay! Well, I got all of the toe beans, hand beans, whatever, I got them all sewn on. So now all I have to do is cuff these. So I think I'll do red because it'll match the head if I do a red cuff on these, so I should go and do that. Normally I would be doing this on the machine, but I was struggling to get it under. I think I was just, it's been like a few months since I've done paws at all, so I was struggling to get this under the machine. So I think I'm just going to do like a little tacking blanket stitch. Obviously this is horrendously scruffy. Look at those stitches, they are quite bad. So I'll just do that all the way around on both of them, and then I'll run them under the machine, and then I'll finish them up. So that is what I'm doing. I have sewn one paw. This paw is finished, and I did run these under the machine. I don't know if I vlogged that, but I did run them under the machine, so they've all been machine running stitched. Anyway, so now I just have to do this one, and then the paws are done, and I just have to make a tail. I might actually do something to the head. It looks a little bit plain. Like, it feels like there's something missing, and I'm not really sure what it is. Like, do I want to add some like little horns or something? I don't know. So I might see if I can find something to add, but yeah, I'm not sure. It feels unfinished even though this is a finished head, so whatever. Well, I figured out what the tail should look like, so I've made this, which is not done yet, obviously. So what I'm going to do with this is add some little red spikes. I'm thinking 3 red spikes on the top and maybe some brown spots on the side. That might work, and then it'll be done. Well, after I, add the foam disc and belt loops and all that. But then the suit will be done and I can have it up for sale. So we're almost there. This vlog is almost done. Wow. It has been probably quite a long vlog. So I thought I'd do a mock-up, a very, very basic mock-up of my Phantasmagoria table, if I decide to go. So obviously it's not going to look this depressing, but this is what I got so far. I thought the prints could be on like a stud up thing, like a board, so I'd have to make one of those, and then I could have the stickers in front of the prints, and then I could have these like my charms and pins in little containers, and then they could have the prices on there. Anyway, and then I thought I could use the middle of the table for taxidermy. These are just placeholders, obviously. We've got a 8-legged creature that people don't seem to like very much. And I found that dead, by the way. That's just a dead one I found. So yes, anyway, and then this is Nuts McDrippin. She is a squirrel that I did a while ago. Obviously this isn't going anywhere. That might be turned into something, I don't know. Anyway, and then I put my devil tails up here just to have them there. I don't know, I've never set up a table before. It might be easier if I had all of the stuff, like the platformy bits that I need, the boards, and these will go on a stand, I guess. I barely know what I'm doing. Anyway, that was my little rambling thing. Guys, there's a paraglider outside. Can we focus on him? Look at him. Look at him go. Paragliding. I haven't seen a paraglider in ages, especially not around here. Look at him go. Oh, he is flying. I can hear his engine. So I'm sewing up the last tail spike, and my camera's about to die, but I'll give you a quick little update on what's happening. So I'm going to sew these tail spikes onto the tail, and then I will cap the tail off with the elastic belt loops and everything, and then I'll sew some little spots on, like little brown spots, because I think that would suit the character, and then the suit will be done. I'll be honest, I'm getting a bit restless in like the fact that this has been going on for so long. Normally I can get a pre-made done in between 2 and 4 weeks. It just, you know, varies on what's happening, you know. But this one has been going on for months, just because of my tendinitis, you know. So I'm getting a little restless in terms of not getting my work done as quickly as I would like, but I do have to remember that I've got to, you know, slow down lest I, you know, cause further damage to my wrists. So trying my best to take it easy, but being a little bit restless about it. But I'm so glad that I'm almost at the end of this fursuit. It's almost ready to take the final pictures and get it up for sale. My next fursuit design will probably be an all black dog, I think. I'd like to make, you know, a dog that's easy to make, will sell well as well. Because I do notice I tend to make things that are a little bit obscure sometimes. I mean, my past couple of pre-mades, what were they? I did a monkey that took months to sell, but it is in a really good home now. I don't regret making the monkey, it was really fun, I really enjoyed how that looked as well, but anyway, point is that my next pre-made, I want it to be something that will sell easily. Because I don't know how easily this thing's gonna sell either. I made these a little bit more rounded because I thought it would suit the character a bit more, so that's why they're not quite as spiky as I sometimes make things. I'm also almost out of toy stuffing as well, which is interesting, because this was a 5 kilogram bag. 5 kilograms of toy stuffing, and it's taken me about a year to get through it, a year or two to get through it all. So, you know, if you get a 5 kilogram bag, it will last you, depending on what you're making. I have another 5 kilogram bag downstairs as well, so I've got enough toy stuffing to last me. Well, I finished the tail. What I did was 3 little spots on one side and 2 on the other, and then there's the belt loops there. The belt loops, they look messy, but they are nice and strong, and I prefer strong belt loops over neat ones, so, you know, and who's going to be looking at that when you're wearing the tail, you know? Anyway, that's my mentality with belt loops. Paws are done, head is done. I mean, I was thinking about adding some horns, but it didn't really look good, so I didn't. So that's done. And I also made a pillow thing. So this is for if you want to use the head with mouth vision, because that vision is, as I've said, terrible. So if you want to shove this in the head and then look out the mouth, you can. I didn't attach any Velcro because I don't really have any, and also I don't want to put hot glue in the head and risk making it uncomfortable. Anyway, so it is done. I should probably end the vlog. So, fursuit is done. I just need to record the video to go over all the details about it, and then, you know, list it for sale. And yes, well, I'm gonna go now because I'll keep rambling, and this video is going to be so long and so much editing. So thank you so much for watching. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts and it's not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, I hope to see you in the next one, and bye!